Casting stations. It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the house. Got a busy program. I'm so excited to talk with Jake Crane today, host of the national sports show that is Crane and Company. They don't play any games. They're streaming Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you join them on the Twitter at Crane and Company. Follow Jake at Jake Crane _. And since we talked to him last, he's done a lot of moving around, some moving parts. Show's changed a little bit, got a co-host. All kinds of wonderful things are going on in Jake's life. So let's bring him on now. What's up, my brother?
What is up, Johnny Radio? It's been a minute, man. Yeah, ain't nothing changed but the name on the mail. That's about it.
That's about it. So now you're in are you in Tennessee?
Yep. Up here in Nashville, doing the sports show for Ben Shapiro on the Daily Wire and them, and it's been awesome, man. It's been really cool.
Man, I'm glad everything's going really well for you. I'm glad you're having a lot of fun out there. Again, you're probably the best Twitter follow right now on the Twitter if you care about
I appreciate it.
Sports, and I'm serious. It's at Jake Crane _. And also, don't forget, the show is at Crane and Company. Give him a follow. And since you mentioned Ben Shapiro, I think I kind of want to start here. I'm always paying attention to what you're talking about. Y'all were talking a lot about name, image, likeness, pay for play, the way things have gone. I thought the back and forth, the banter was great. Why don't you kind of surmise it and how you feel about it?
Yeah, we've talked with a lot of people, and actually this Saturday we sat down with Congressman Jim Jordan and talked about NIL and if there will be a federal response because, again, I love the concept of NIL. I do think players should be paid for their name, image, and likeness. I mean, how am I going to sit here and try and sell shirts and stuff with my name on it and want to get paid, but tell somebody they can't that has a particular skill? What I didn't like was the rollout of it. And I think that's been the common theme among everybody that I've talked to is that, they just let it out of the bag. And now there's no taking it out of the bag. You can't kick it to the states because there'll be antitrust lawsuits left and right. And it would have to be handled federally, which I'm a Charmin Ultra theory when it comes to government. Less is more to me. So we've kind of put ourselves in a quandary, and then you add that to the freedom of the transfer portal and the Wild West that is, and they've kind of come together to create this Optimus Prime of money in college football for the players. So I didn't like the rollout of it. There should have been guardrails in it, but we're kind of where we're at right now. And what I worry about more is NIL in the portal than I do about anything. You look at Jordan Addison, some of the money that these guys are getting to go from one Power 5 school to another. That's what worries me the most.
Now, you mentioned Jordan Addison, the transfer portal. A lot of people, if you cannot remember, he was the superstar wide receiver catching all the balls from little mini tiny hand model for the Kenny Pickett with his little tiny hands. Well, he went all the way out to USC. Right now, you look at Lincoln Riley. He sure as heck has embraced the transfer portal. He's not even he doesn't have anybody like, Jimbo and Nick fighting about cheating out there. It doesn't seem like that they really care. Utah's doing it their own way. Lincoln Riley's doing it his way. Can USC actually be back under Lincoln Riley?
Well, look, you're not going to challenge Alabama or Georgia or Ohio State right now unless you're really good up front. A lot of people have a lot of receivers. They got a lot of running backs. There's some really good quarterbacks out there. But the difference is on the offensive line and the defensive line. And I do believe that USC is a place. We know the fertile recruiting ground out there. If you've noticed, one of the biggest problems that not only USC's had but the Pac-12 is a lot of that homegrown talent going from the West Coast over here to the East Coast and the Gulf of Mexico to go play football because that's where the smartest business decisions are made, especially with NIL. So if they can keep the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman home, they're going to have a chance. I think Lincoln's smart enough to understand that. schematically on offense, from the way that they do things from a play action, pass game standpoint, off the power run game, the gap scheme run game, to what he's able to do from a combination standpoint out of trips, out of 11 personnel and stuff like that. He's got enough in the bag to keep it unpredictable enough and go at a pace enough to be able to be effective offensively. Will they be able to line up against somebody and get a first down and run inside zone on 3rd and 2, or run power on 3rd and 2 on the defensive line? Can they get after somebody up front in the run game? That's what's going to be the difference. I think that's what's going to take the most time. But now with the transfer portal, you can flip a team a lot quicker than you used to be able to.
Man, we're talking with Jake Crane. Thank you for, again, joining me. You can make sure you follow him on the Twitter at @JakeCrane_. Listen to his national show at Crane and Company. And by the way, who is your is it Cone? Who's your David what?
Yeah, it's David Cone, and then my brother is brother Blaine as well.
Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. Make sure y'all get some of it. And, again, you said you had some gear out there. You got a lot of sponsors. Things are going very well in your life. That kind of reminds me of what everybody's fighting over. Again, you mentioned how name, image, likeness. You want to be able to sell shirts. Players can't sell it. But with what Texas A&M brought in, or how long is it before they're going to actually be able to compete for a title? I know they beat Nick Saban in Alabama last year, but I'm wondering, is Jimbo Fisher going to be able to get it done at Texas A&M, even though right now, like you say, Georgia and Alabama just seem like behemoths?
Well, he's recruiting at a high enough level, and it goes back to what I just said. Jimbo, better than anybody, understands that the only way you're going to win is if you're dominant up front. And if you look at what Texas A&M's brought in on both sides of the ball, especially on the defensive line, they're going to be able to compete with Alabama. Right now, I'm just very interested to see who wins the quarterback job at Texas A&M. I still think they're a year away. I think 2023 is going to be their year with their best roster, with their best chance, and they get Bama at home. I'm not sold on Haynes King. I'm just not, like everybody else is. I think Max Johnson's a better player. We had Aaron Murray on a couple days ago. He agrees that, you look at Max Johnson from an ability standpoint as a thrower of the ball and athleticism. He's a package, I think, that's above Haynes King. I understand Haynes King can run fast, but so does my washing machine. It's a lot more than just being able to run fast at the quarterback position. So I do think they're a year away, but they are best positioned from a roster standpoint in the trenches to try and weasel their way up there with Alabama and Georgia as the Dom Perignon of the SEC.
I love that. I love the Don Perignon of the SEC. Absolutely love it. And now I got to say, Aaron Murray, when he was on your show, talk about being very humble, talking about how he didn't have the strongest arm. He's not the biggest guy, about 6 feet tall. That's why he only lasted 3 years. But also going out there and crediting Stetson Bennett. Again, you got to remember you had JT Daniels in that quarterback room, and basically we saw what Georgia did. Now looking a little bit forward about this Georgia football team, you saw how much went to the NFL. My goodness, that defense is going to be completely remade. Are they still, though, the class of the East?
Yeah, I think they are. They lost a lot of guys to the NFL, but they've stacked recruiting class on recruiting class on recruiting class, and they've got the culture in that locker room not only where it should be, but they got over the hump. Now, how do you come back from that? That's going to be the next question. But they've got talent. I think they're going to be more explosive on offense. Obviously, Stetson coming back, understands the system, even though Bobo's not there anymore. You still, you still got a bunch of similar guys in place when it comes to the schematics, the tempo, the play calling, and stuff like that. So I think you'll see a little bit different flavor of Georgia. They are the class of the East, but I just don't see how you can't pick Alabama to win the whole thing this year. I mean, they're absolutely loaded.
They are absolutely loaded now that they lost JT Daniels to West Virginia. What's going to happen with his career? Very ballyhooed. You can see the big arm. Is this the year that he has a chance to maybe get some people paying attention to him at the next level?
Yeah, JT has a bunch of ability. It was just kind of an anomaly what happened. I mean, if you're Kirby, you made the right decision. You had to stay with the guy the locker room loved and that you were winning with. I think JT Daniels was just a kind of a victim of circumstance. I mean, he was obviously hurt. Now he gets to go out there to West Virginia with Neil Brown, a guy I got a lot of respect for as an offensive mind. I think JT will have a good year. I think he's in a good conference that makes a lot of sense for his game and what they want to do. So I think JT will be fine.
And now everybody, of course, you being in Nashville, you're close there to Vanderbilt, but they don't really hear about their football. Right now, everybody, UT is going crazy over Tony V's team. Baseball team is out of control. but how good is that football team in Knoxville going to be second year under Josh Heupel?
Oh, well, I'm expecting big things. You know, you run that style system that's really fast-paced. It puts a lot of pressure on your own defense, but they've added some depth on the defensive side, and you've got a quarterback returning that understands how to operate at that pace, which is half the battle because the playbook's not huge when you go that fast. It's one of the reasons you go that fast because you can kind of not dumb it down, but you kind of take big slices out of it, and you're banking on them getting caught in subs, banking on them being tired, banking on them having to be caught in base. And if you know what they're in, you don't have to have a ton of stuff. So I expect Tennessee to have a good year. I believe they do play Georgia in Neyland, unless I'm mistaken, but I don't think they're going to win the East. I think they finished second in the East.
Oh, second in the East. And now, again, we love talking college football, but you talk all things sports. How crazy is this Tennessee baseball team?
Man, it's nuts. I was talking to their former catcher, Connor Pavoloni, who's in the Orioles organization right now the other night, and he's like, man, they're just different on every level. I mean, they really are. They're the best college baseball team I've ever seen. Just from as hard as they swing and the amount of good contact that they make, it's like Tony V is kind of taken all the stereotypes about arrogant, cocky baseball players and used that to create this monster at Tennessee. There's a reason that everybody hates him, and that's how he wants it. They don't boo. It's like Reggie Jackson said, they don't boo nobody. So Tennessee's doing it their way, and they're really good, and I don't see anybody taking them out right now in a double elimination tournament.
I'm with you on that 100%. I just, again, if you look at the metrics, it says they're the best baseball team. I've never seen a team pitch, hit, and field the way they do. What they did to Florida, I was watching one game when they beat them 27-2. It was just absolutely embarrassing. This Vols team is straight up balling. One more thing, though, that I want to ask you, because I know you like to have fun before I let you go. And I just want to ask you, I know y'all are paying attention to the Deshaun Watson situation. I just want to get your thoughts on what's going on. And do you think that he plays it down in football for the Cleveland Browns?
Well, I mean, the names keep getting added to the list with these massage therapists. Right now, it's just too tough for me to call because I just don't know. I mean, it doesn't look good right now, in my opinion. To be honest with you, it doesn't look great. But my thing is this, Johnny Radio, and I say this about situations like this. I say this when high-profile people get DUIs, whether it's, the Pete Golding from Alabama getting one, or then Hugh Freeze using his a school phone to dial up prostitutes. Do y'all not have better friends? Like, do y'all not have better friends? Like, I have friends who be like, don't do that.
Yep.
Be like, why would you do that? Like, you can afford to have a driver. Why does this Deshaun Watson got to go to a massage parlor? You're an NFL quarterback. You live in a mansion. I mean, don't call somebody an Uber. Get better friends. That's like just all I can think of is that y'all don't have good friends.
Man, oh my God, that's a very good answer. And I meant to ask you one other question because my favorite mullet in all of sports right now is, Quinn Ewers. I think he's probably going to get the starting job. Is he actually going to be as good as his mullet looks?
I don't know. That's tough. It's tough to rock a good mullet. Quinn really cracked the code on that one. I tell you what, I'll say this. I don't think that mullet's going to be looking very clean when you got to open up against Bama. I don't care if Quinn Ewers was the next coming of Joe Montana. It's going to be ugly week one. Again, he's going to be a really good player. He's got a big arm. He's got the moxie. He's got the ability to throw on the run and change the angles as a young guy. But you open up against Will Anderson and the Globonauts, so good luck.
Jake, tell us today, you got 2 o'clock Central. Y'all get ready to rock and fire. What you got coming up? How can everybody follow you? And plug away.
Yeah, man, we got a great show today. Got some great guests on later in the week. Taylor Lewan's coming on. Jonathan Isaac's going to be talking about the NBA Finals. But, I'm going to start. I'm so sick of watching people like Sarah Spain and all these people go up here and virtue signal and tell, about the Rays players, how they're terrible people because they didn't wear the pride badge. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of these political ideologies being shoved down sports fans' throats. We're going to let politics poison the last unifier we have in this country, which is sports. So I'm going to get after Sarah Spain a little bit because somebody needs to push back against these people. Everybody else in the media is afraid to do it. I'm not afraid to do it. So if you want to see that, hop on at 2 Central.
Man, and do me a favor, pound a beer with Taylor Lewan like he did when he was at that Stanley Cup.
Oh, dude, we definitely will. You know how it goes down at Crane & Company.
Hey, Crane, be blessed. I'll talk to you next time, and don't take so long between next visits, brother.
All right, hey, I won't. Just let me know, dog. I appreciate it.
I got you. That is my buddy Jake Crane. He doesn't play no games. He doesn't pull any punches, and again, he's not afraid. So make sure you check him out. It's at Jake Crane _, and don't forget at Crane & Company. They're both on Twitter. All you have to do is go there. You hit their link, takes you right to where they're streaming, and they're with the Daily Wire. Now, Jay, how are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm good, John. What a good segue question. Was that really just so I could buy you a minute to really get your thoughts and orders together? Because it's a little bit different having a guest at the top of the show, although I did think Jake did a good job.
Oh, man, it's shocking that Jake did a good job.
Yeah, he's very good.
You went out on a limb right there, man.
Well, John, you kind of put me on the spot at the end of your interview to just say something, so that's why.
Well, here's what I wanted to ask if it was possible. Are you still able to do the box?
Sure.
Well, guess what? Everybody needs protection, whether you're on the field, on the road, so make sure you have the best, and that's Bob Simpson at State Farm Insurance. He can buckle you up with auto insurance. He can back you up with life and health insurance, cover your business, whether it's starting, growing, or maturing. And don't forget to insure your home no matter if you're an owner or a renter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Bob Simpson today at 901-381-1233. That's 901-381-1233, or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson. I'm in the box. Little FYI, I did my 5 cocaine movies.
Oh, your top 5 cocaine movies?
I got all 5, top 5 cocaine
All right,
movies.
well, John, I think that's as good a place to start as any.
Nope. I am starting this at a certain spot because I'm going to do a segue into something else. You
Oh,
don't get to steal.
excuse me.
You don't get to steal my thunder, okay?
Oh, I wasn't going to steal your thunder, John. I was just ready for your top 5.
11:30. I'm going to open up with the top 5 cocaine movies.
That's so soon. Okay, John. So you want a different question then? We didn't get to talk about. I really wanted to ask fun questions today, but I'll ask this one instead. John, we didn't get to talk about Joe Madden being fired yesterday because it happened after we were done on the radio, John. So give me all of your thoughts, everything that's been building up on Joe Madden being fired. Also, Phil Nevin sighting. Love Phil Nevin. That's my childhood baseball.
Dude, okay,
right there.
so that was like the greatest thing since sliced bread that never ended up being sliced bread. Phil Nevin was supposed to be the next Mickey Mantle.
He played for 13 years, though, man. He had a long
Again,
career.
but what's his
For like
career?
118.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
He's not.
They basically said, I remember when Topps had that baseball, and it said they had that. It was like the wood paneling on the round, and they'd have like future famer or going to superstar, top rated rookie, all that good stuff.
Long career, though.
Yeah, he did, and now he's going to be filling in for Joe Madden, who has departed.
Manager.
And I will tell you this: if you lose 12 games in a row, you probably should lose your job. I
Is
wish
that
they
right?
would have fired
Is that
him the
right?
day before.
Oh, yeah?
If they fired him the day before, they would have won.
This has nothing to do with losing a bet. No. If you lose 11 or 12 straight games, you should be fired. It should be a rule. They shouldn't even give you an option to keep somebody losing 12
If you
straight
have Mike
games.
Trout, Shohei Ohtani.
Mike Trout was over 27 at bats in a row, John.
And then what did he do yesterday?
He did the last 2 games he has gotten a hit. So
Okay, so,
he's got 2 games in a row there. But still, how are you going to excuse his over 27 and blame it all on Joe Madden?
I'm not saying did I say I blamed it all on Joe Madden?
Well, you
I'm
did
just
say
saying,
when you
hold
have
on, here.
Mike Trout, you can't lose 12 straight
Look,
games.
Joe has gotten a little older. He's a little bit more corny, maybe.
Maybe dementia's setting in a little bit.
Alls
Reckless
I know-
speculation.
Alls I can tell you is that the day that they get rid of Joe Madden is the day they break their 12-game win streak. So why couldn't they do it after 11 so we would have won the other night? Again, I'm very frustrated about this.
I think they lost last night, John.
No, they came back and they won.
Me and Connor were talking about it earlier. I also thought they lost. Connor said he looked at the box score and the Angels ended up losing last night. I also thought they won. I was with you.
What is today?
Today, John, is June 8th. It's a Wednesday, a hump day, as you like to say.
Oh, happy humpy hump day for everybody.
Yeah, John, they lost 6-5 in the 10th inning last night.
Oh, well, let me
So
just
they
tell
haven't
you
even
something.
gotten off the schneid yet.
How did they blow the game last night?
That's what I said. Is I quit even paying attention to the score. I was like, oh, this game's over with. And they lost in extras. I love it. And so, John, would you like to amend your take that it was all Joe Madden's fault?
No, not
Yeah,
really.
Phil
Yeah,
Nevins.
actually,
Phil Nevins, he couldn't get him off the schneid,
You know what we're just going to have to say? I don't get it. I don't know how an Angels team that has all the athletes that they do, again, from Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, Walsh, Stassi.
Love Walsh.
You got
I have a theory, John.
What?
It's that because every manager, no matter who it is for the Angels, is being forced to use a 6-man pitcher rotation because they have Shohei Ohtani. And Shohei Ohtani is the MVP. He's a great player, and I'm not taking anything away from him. But a 6-man rotation is not the same. It's a different vibe to your entire organization, to your entire team, to the entire weekly routine of all these pitchers. It's detrimental to the team's success.
Or you could say it's nothing to do with that and has all to do with the fact that their bullpen has an ERA almost pushing 4.
But I think that applies. Well, maybe it doesn't apply the same way.
Their bullpen, so they brought in Ortega, 3.75, Tepera, 4.8, Iglesias, 4.66, Barea, 3.18. Their whole bullpen, the best ERA in their bullpen is 2.08, and my homie doesn't pitch all that much.
We should put Shohei in the bullpen.
No.
It wouldn't work, but you should.
I don't know.
Bullpen stuff, setup stuff.
No.
And then he throws 7 innings. You got setup stuff.
Let's just be honest. This team, for some reason, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, they just can't get going, and they're going to have one of the best generational talents in the history of baseball in Mike Trout, and also one of the greatest talents in the history of baseball as well in Shohei Ohtani. And you know what? As long as they're in L.A., I don't think they're going to be able to do anything. Sad stuff. No more questions today?
Well, you know what, John? No, we should get to your top 5 cocaine movies. I think we should get to a break to get to that as fast as possible.
We are going
and
to
it has
do
nothing to do with the fact that Connor and I are trying to get a parlay bet in by 11:30, and we need a minute to gather all our thoughts and opinions.
Well, I'll make sure that y'all get there. But I do want to remind my friends out there, if you need to sell your house because maybe you've been listening to my advice and taking the Angels and you've lost 12, now 13 games in a row, well, maybe you need to sell your house. I got the guy. Bill, he's my buddy at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Any house, any area, as simple as that. And again, if you've lost tons of bet and you need your cash fast, he's guaranteed to close in 5 days. Say you're sick of this rain or this humidity and you just want to bounce and move, well, give him a call because, again, guaranteed to close in 5 days. 901-406-1101. That's any house, any area, as is. As simple as that. Top 5 cocaine movies on the other side. Plus today we have Anthony Sane at 12:30. We're going to talk a little NBA Finals. We finally are in Boston. Finally are going to have Game 3 of this series. Of course, it's knotted up at 1 game apiece. Drama all over the place. Everything from Draymond Green. And I don't know if you caught his comments yesterday, but he was talking a little ish about the 80s and the 90s. We're going to talk about his comments. We're going to talk about also, did you see what Marcus Semien did last night? I got some baseball nuggets, by the way, for you. By any chance, did you see what Marcus Semien did yesterday? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? We didn't have basketball. We did have a hockey game. Congratulations to the Lightning. The New York Rangers, 2 games to none. Well, now this series is tied at 2 games apiece. But Marcus Semien slugged 3 home runs during the doubleheader yesterday and became just the 9th player in MLB history to record at least 7 hits and 3 home runs in 1 day. It raised his OPS just yesterday, by 87 points. Cocaine movies on the other side. Deshaun Watson news. Hardenwood's going to be ridiculous, and guess what? A couple more people are going over to the Saudi golf tournament, or as we call it, the LIV. By the way, that's such an oxymoron. Didn't they just smoke Jamal Khashoggi because he was speaking bad about him, and then they're going to call it LIV? What does LIV stand for?
I don't know, John.
Man, Google it during the break, but whatever you do, don't touch that dial. What are your top 5 cocaine movies? 901-360-8255. That's 901-360-8255. Get in the zone, AutoZone, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
It's important for a really great bar to have a few things. A relaxed atmosphere, cold beer, excellent cocktails, and in the case of Bell Tavern, Memphis' perfect downtown bar, a Harold. He's been a bartender in Memphis for decades, and everywhere he's been, he's become legendary. Harold may not remember you the first couple of times you come to Bell Tavern, but he will remember a story about the time he did something insane in some place like Alaska that involves something like a bear and a canoe and a flare gun. You can find Harold most nights at Bell Tavern, tucked into Barbaro Alley. The easiest way to find the tavern and Harold is to walk right through the dining room at 117 Prime.
Let's talk savings, Mid-South. Colin Johnston here from DeSoto Auto Sales. I want to go camping, but I can't till I sell more cars. So this month, my sticky situation could be your sweet solution. You could save a ton on a nicer, newer car. The more you spend, the more you save. Been burned by credit before? My For the People credit approval process is sweeter than chocolate. We want to help you drive a nicer, newer car today. So if you want to be a happy camper, stop burning up in a car you hate. Truck on down to DeSoto Auto Sales today. But hurry, this deal's done once I finally go camping. I'm Colin Johnston, your dealer for the people. New cars are arriving daily. See them all at DeSotoAutoSales.com. That's DeSotoAutoSales.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Vehicle purchase price determines actual discount. Offer absolutely expires on June 30th, 2022.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 9 to 11 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelge and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on Sports 56. Real sports talk.
Let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan in the horse. We talked with Jake Crane.
In the horse?
In the horse, yeah. Because a horse is a horse, of course.
That's
of course.
Mr. Ed. Wilbur.
I meant to say house. Again, I told you I'm stopped up. I can't breathe. I'm out of Sudafed. You know what I mean?
Anything to say, anything to talk about Mr. Ed, though.
Yeah, definitely. Anything. And by the way, I also have, I got hope for you. I heard a story that you will not believe, Jay.
Try me. Well, do that maybe during Hardwood.
We're about to get We're about to get to this, and we're going to do our top 5 cocaine movies. We're going to talk a lot of sports. We got the NBA Finals tonight. The hockey team, that thing called the Lightning, they won. They beat your Rangers, by the way.
Yeah.
Dude, look at my hockey knowledge.
That thing called the Lightning.
Yep. They're the Tampa Bay Lightning,
That's
brother.
right.
They won 4-1, I think, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, look at this. I told you I'm right about everything. I'm about to be right about the top 5 cocaine films of all time. And
definitive list.
I am going to make sure that you understand that, Jay, you will not be a 40-year-old virgin because there's
Wow.
a fish in the sea for everyone, and I have a story that proves it.
Wow.
But I do have to give you a reminder. I have one more pair of tickets to Steely Dan. We all found out what a Steely Dan was yesterday. It's a
That's
band.
right.
It's a band.
It's also a sex object.
Live at the Gardens, Steely Dan this Saturday. If you want a pair of free tickets, 901-360-8255. That's 901-360-8255. Get in the zone, AutoZone. We will do a little random generator, and one more person will win a pair of tickets to Steely Dan at Live in the Garden this Saturday. That's 901-360-8255. Again, send your name, your phone number, your email address. It's as simple as that, and then we'll email you or send the tickets to your phone, something like that. I don't actually do it. But don't call Jay. Do not call Jay, because we're about to get into work. And do you have any, like, sexy music for basically my top 5 cocaine movies?
I have fanfare after every one you name, yes. No, it's okay. Just to be clear, we already have like 3 calls right now. You're not winning tickets if you call me. In fact, we'll disqualify you if you call me. No, that's not true.
Yes.
No.
Text at 901-360-8255. Please text 901-360-8255. Maybe they want to give their top 5 cocaine films to you.
That would be the only acceptable reason to call.
Also text them. And by the way, here's the deal. You give me your top 5 cocaine movies, your name.
We'll enter you in.
Your name, your number, and your email address, and whoever's order I think is best on the text line. Actually, that's how you're going to win.
Love it.
Miss the random generator. Top 5 cocaine flips of all time.
We're going to give you a chance to earn it.
We're going to give you a chance to earn it. Well, right now, starting at number 5, I have Start at the bottom.
Always.
I got Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah.
That's a cocaine movie?
Dude.
I guess there is a lot of drugs in it.
What do you mean? Like The Wolf of Wall Street?
No. Hey, John, you're making the definitive list. I like it. It's a great movie. I like it a lot.
Do you not remember, like that's one of the more infamous cocaine films. Dudes out there doing blow, and they're not sleeping. They're on cruise ships. They're toxic businessmen.
It's only
ripping
number 5,
people
John.
off.
It's not that infamous, you know?
I mean, not infamous, but I think Wolf of Wall Street was a great one, and I thought it had a lot to do with blow. Now
I
I'm worried
agree.
about my number 4.
No. I liked it. Number 4.
Number 4, Boogie Nights.
Excellent.
Roller Girl, always sitting around doing a little yayo. It was about the 70s porn industry. You know, coke was really big back then.
That's right.
You also had Mark Wahlberg's character.
Burt Reynolds.
And Burt Reynolds was in that bad boy. Roller Girl, though, was my favorite character.
Heather Graham.
Yes, Heather Graham. She was wonderful in that. So I got Boogie Nights at 4. Wolf of Wall Street 5. Boogie Nights number 4. And I'm not sure if you've seen this one because this came out in the 90s. Have you ever heard of Kings of New York?
I have seen Kings of New York.
Is that not Christopher
John, Boogie
Walken?
Nights also came out in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But I figured you would probably wanted to see it because they show
Naked Women.
Heather Graham, yeah.
Don Cheadle also in Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
Wait, number 3.
Christopher Walken's Kings of New York. The whole thing's about him being this huge cocaine king in New York City. You got it's just you have to see it. It's a straight up gangster cocaine flick.
Lawrence Fishburne, Larry Fishburne.
I don't know if you know this. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Matrix guy.
Yeah.
He's in that bad boy.
Former comedian went by Larry, decided to be a serious actor, changed it to Lawrence.
Nice move. But again, gangsters, cocaine, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. Don't you agree?
Peanut butter and salad.
No peanut
Number
butter
2,
and jelly.
John.
Number 2 is the easy one. This one was the hardest for me. There was number 2 and number 1 were so hard for me, it's not even funny. But I had to go number 2, Pulp Fiction.
Great choice. Also a heroin movie.
It had everything in it. There was also BDSM?
Yeah, that's something different.
Yeah,
though.
but that was in there too. Remember?
That was a terrible
That's
scene.
when the spider caught a fly, if you don't remember.
No, they caught something.
Zed, the spider done caught a fly. So yeah, that was bad. But that's, I think, a great one. Remember, she thinks she's about to do a big old bump. She does like a line of his H and almost dies.
That's right, and they had to stick a needle in her heart.
Yes. And have you ever had a Big Kahuna burger yet?
A Big Kahuna burger. Look at the big brain on Brad.
And then number 1, I think it's kind of obvious. Say hello to my little friend. Dude puts his whole face in a big old thing of yayo at the end.
It's like comically large pile of cocaine. Like, I mean, it's little. That's the best way to describe it. It is hilariously large pile.
Yes, it is. And again, like I couldn't put on the list. I'm sorry, Blow and Johnny Depp didn't make it. The whole Amber Heard going to the bathroom in his bed kind of took that one off the list for me.
Outside looking in, OLI.
Easy Rider, man, great film. Two dudes did a big cocaine deal at the beginning of the show. Next thing you know, they're out on their bikes, and it just, you know how it goes. But and also there was Superfly. There's some good ones out there, but I think those are my top 5. What are your top 5? Do you have them?
I don't, John. You have the definitive list. My top 5 is your top 5 because yours, as again I just said, is definitive.
Mine is good.
It's great. I think I couldn't have done better myself. I love Scarface.
I do have to say. So, number 1, Scarface. Number 2, Pulp Fiction. 3, Kings of New York. 4, Boogie Nights. 5, Wolf of Wall Street. Now it's time for me to give Jay a little bit of hope. But first, we're going to talk a little sports. Tonight, NBA action. Big game, man. It's a big game, man.
I don't have that sound right.
I didn't say you did. TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, going to get buck wild tonight. They're going to be going in after Dre. You heard Ime Udoka talk about how basically if he was playing today, he would have gotten that second technical. You have Draymond Green going on television talking about how he's tired of listening to all these 80s and 90s ball players talk about how tough they were. And, maybe Elaine B or maybe Mahorn were tough, but everybody else was getting bullied by them. I don't know. Draymond Green is a very interesting person. I am not going to lie to you. He is great for my job. He's great entertainment. He's an absolute lunatic. Now, if I was playing basketball with him, I don't want anybody hitting me in my junk. I just don't. And he talks so much ish. I'm surprised somebody has not popped him. But he did make a very good point.
You're surprised.
I'm surprised somebody actually has not just
surprised someone didn't throw a punch at him in an NBA basketball game.
Dude, do you know they used to throw punches all the time?
I know. No, I know, but it just doesn't happen very often anymore.
No, it does not.
Which is speaking to the point of the 80s and 90s players,
Yes, but as Draymond put the 80s and 90s player, he says most of the players were all getting bullied by just a couple guys.
Bill Laimbeer, for instance.
And Mahorn. He kept bringing
Rick
up.
Mahorn, love Rick Mahorn.
But I will say...
and Patrick Ewing, for that matter.
Man.
He was a bully.
There was a lot of big guys bullying people. I saw Larry Bird get punch somebody. Remember?
Yeah, when he wanted a foul. I remember there was one he wanted a foul call and didn't get it, so he's yelling at the ref, and he's not getting back on defense too. He's yelling at the ref. Finally, he shakes off the ref and runs down forward and form tackles somebody. That's an effing foul.
It was different back in the 80s and 90s. And by the way, I'm not sitting there saying that the 80s and 90s basketball is better. Well, kind of I am. But no. Today it's more free-flowing. You can't hand check. They call everything in today's basketball game. Back then, you literally had to probably punch somebody to get a foul called. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in Boston tonight because I will say the fans in Boston will be going straight at Draymond Green. I can't even imagine the kind of things he's going to hear tonight during that game. He's kind of the guy, I think, though, that can block out the fans and won't be cared. I think he's going to be all up in everybody else's grill. Grant Williams, Marcus Smart.
G-Dub.
Going off on everybody. By the way, can you believe how good he is at it coming out of Tennessee?
He's what I call an always been good player. I've never watched Grant Williams play a basketball game and not been like, man, that guy is really good.
Didn't he win,
I mean?
the Player of the Year twice in the SEC?
I think, SEC Player of the Year, yeah. And I'm pretty sure he was an All-American once. If not, he was very close to it. He's an incredible player.
But I never thought he was going to be able to stroke it the way he does, and his defense is absolutely ridiculous. But tonight is going to be a big game. Boston's a 3.5-point favorite. Total is only 212.5.
Who you taking, John?
I don't know yet. I'm going to wait to talk to you and Anthony Sane during a gambling segment. I also have a bunch of parlays that we're putting out to get today. Some hitting. Some.
Well, they've already started. If you're talking about ours, they've already started. We just had one hit, Jonathan Shoop, a 196 hitter. Already got a hit, John, first inning. Now Miggy's up to bat with a runner on base.
Timeout.
We also have Brian Reynolds in that parlay.
During the break, did I not ask you what you were betting on?
I told you, John, we're not. But you said, who are you taking? I said, we're not taking anybody. We have lots of hitting parlays throughout the day, some starting in 10 minutes. I told you this last segment.
You did say some starting in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's why we had to take a break, remember? It's because we and Connor had to get into our bets. We're getting too inside as to what's happening behind the scenes.
Just so you know, you told me that it was all about the Marlins who don't play till 5:40 tonight.
You're getting today because Sandy Alcantara is on the mound for the Marlins, and he's pitched against the Nationals twice, both before he was informed. So he had 5 strikeouts in the first game and 5 strikeouts in the second game. Your over-under strikeout prop is 6.5 for Sandy Alcantara against the Nationals tonight. Hammer that. Oh, 5.5. Not even 6.5, John. It's 5.5 against the Nationals.
So we just need 6K.
Yeah, it was Sandy Alcantara. Are you kidding me? Hammer that. That's the easiest bet of the year.
Hammer that junt. The way we like to say it, pound that junt inside.
Yeah, we took 5.5 and 7 in the same game parlay. So we have them to get over 7. That's how confident I am.
All right, now, I got something that's going to make you feel
Speaking
very
of the
good.
Marlins last night, John, did you see this game last night? They had a team meeting, Don Mattingly called. Did you hear about this team meeting? Don Mattingly called a team meeting, John, where basically, so all these players on the Marlins, apparently it's Big Soler and Jazz, a lot of talking behind other people's backs. And Don Mattingly decided to have a 90-minute team meeting where he just gets everything out in the open. He tells you exactly what people are saying behind your back. He reportedly told Jazz Chisholm he needs to stop acting like Acuna or I'm going to pay other pitchers to hit you. And then Jazz went out there and hit a grand slam, John. So it worked. They beat the Nationals 14-3 after a 90-minute team meeting yesterday. Good for Don Mattingly, Donnie T-Ball. And Edward Cabrera gets his second win. He threw a 95-mile-an-hour changeup yesterday, Cabrera did.
What did he say for 90 minutes?
He was just talking he was talking ish about all the players to their faces, getting everything that he's heard and he knows is being said in the locker room out in the open. So it's no longer a little high school locker room, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Interesting. I didn't know that Donnie Baseball was going to go ham like that, but I could see it. He is an old-fashioned kind of guy. By the way, though, did you see the Cincinnati Reds jump all over Arizona? And then there was a split second that I thought that somehow they were going to give up almost a 14-run lead. They gave up 5 in the deadgum 8th and 3 in the 9th. For a 14-8 baseball game, Arizona Diamondbacks and the Cincinnati Reds.
You know who I say about what I say?
They need some pitchers.
You know what I say about? Well, I think the Diamondbacks have an okay staff, But I do think the Diamondbacks are a sneaky good baseball team, John. They've got 3 pitchers for sure that can play in a regular season. I don't know how well that could carry over to a postseason, but I like the Diamondbacks. Other teams I think are sneaky good, John. I'm kind of on the Orioles bandwagon right now. I kind of like watching this team play. I've been watching the Mariners play a lot, and last but not least, the Rangers are. So those are some bad baseball teams I think are worth your time to watch a little bit.
Now, are you ready for the hope that I'm about to give you?
I would love some hope. I'm assuming it's about hair.
Nope.
Oh, no, you said it was about sex.
Well, kind of, yes. Like you're going to be able to find a wife one day. Because
Wow.
I've learned that no matter who you are, there is a fish in the sea for somebody.
What if you like people and not fish?
Well, then there's a person.
There's a person for you, too.
In the world for you. Because I don't know if you know
Wow.
this. There's like a bunch of billions. I think there's 8 billion people on the planet.
Something like that, yeah.
You can find one person that is going to at least let you kiss her. I believe it with all my heart and soul. And do you know why I believe this?
Why, John?
For 2 reasons. I heard a story that I almost fell over. I could not believe it. So a man who 25 years ago hired his first wife he was married to, instead of divorcing her, he tried to hire a hitman, got arrested, went to jail. Of course, she's still alive. Well, he goes out and he gets a second wife. Well, then they couldn't prove it, but they do also believe that they tried to kill her. He tried to kill her by tampering with her car, but they couldn't prove it, so he didn't have to go back to jail the second time. But guess what? He just got married last weekend for the 3rd time.
So let me guess. The moral of this story is if this guy can find 3 wives, surely I can find one person to put up with me.
Dude, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only literally gone to jail for hiring a hitman to kill his first wife.
And I haven't even gone to jail once.
Was
so I'm winning.
arrested and charged, but not convicted of tampering with his second wife's car.
And I've only tampered with one ex-girlfriend's car to try and kill her. So
Well,
that's perfect.
That is perfect. And then the other thing is, have you ever heard of Life After Lockup or Love After Lockup?
No, is this a television program?
It is something that I saw, and it is insane. So somehow, now I do have to say the interesting part about it is it does seem like the majority of the stories are about women who are incarcerated, and then they have all these dudes that start pen paling them. And this is why I think this works for you, because Love After Lockup, there is a website you can go to where you can get on a database and you could talk to incarcerated women, Jay, And when they get out of prison, you can be there with a bouquet of roses and give it to them. And bing, bang, boom, you just got a girlfriend, and you know she's going to settle for almost anything. Again, she's just getting out of prison. So are you down with Love After Lockup, and would you like the website?
I'm more interested in the kind of love you would get in lockup.
That is Jay Morgan. Follow him on the Twitter at Jay Morgan Harder. Don't forget to follow me at Johnny_radio. And we have a new Twitter account.
Happy Hour on 56. John, you remember it? I was about to just tag it because I was like, he's not going to remember this, but you got it. Happy Hour on 56 are on Twitter. We're potentially going to be on TikTok and Instagram, but we want to get the ball rolling on Twitter a little bit. So give us a follow. We're going to post funny clips. If John and I say something funny, which we haven't in a while here, if we say something noteworthy, it's going to be posted here. And John's already said a few noteworthy things today, so you'll see videos of them, and you can watch the show again from that venue as well.
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And
That's
it's
right.
sports56whbq.com. Don't touch that dial. We have Hardenwood. We have Anthony Zane. We also have a little bit of football news. Well, not really football news. It's more like...
No, it's about sexual deviance.
Yes. 66. Did you read the New York Times article?
I'm a 69 man myself.
We'll talk about it next on Sports 56 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
It's time to vacation at home with Family Leisure. That's right. Enjoy a vacation in your own backyard with a little help from Family Leisure. Like play gyms and trampolines, they're now $500 off. And those trampolines, by the way, they've got that mesh on the side, so trampolines are now safe and you'll be the hit of the neighborhood. They've got hot tubs in stock and ready to go, and you can get up to $1,000 off when you pick them up. All kinds of do-it-yourself pool specials, like savings of up to $1,500 on all in-stock pools when you pick it up and install them yourself. And if you're looking for patio furniture, then stop on in, because they have tons in stock and they're ready for you to pick up. So get ready for that vacation at home with the help from Family Leisure. Family Leisure's Vacation at Home sale. It's happening right now at Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun truly do come together.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles, ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at TriumphAutoSales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Grapevine Liquor and Wine has the largest selection of bourbon in North Mississippi and wines from all over the world. Let Jimmy the Delta Boy help you select the perfect spirit or wine to impress. Whether you're looking for the best price or a certain flavor profile, Grapevine Liquor and Wines has it. If you want good Southern treatment and the hottest prices, Grapevine Liquor and Wine, Getwell Road, South Haven.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, where do you get your bourbon? Flim flam, bim bam, Grapevine, by damn.
Your favorite Italian deli, Lucchese's, now ships. For over 25 years, Memphis has trusted Lucchese's to feed their loved ones. And now they've created 4 great comfort food meals that can be shipped across the country to your family and friends. Enjoy lasagna, ravioli, tortellini, spaghetti, Italian spinach, and delicious sauces with no MSGs, no preservatives, and no artificial colors. Lucchese's can ship anywhere in the U.S. All you need to do is go online to lucchese's.com to place your order or call 901-766-9922.
Swerving, speeding, and reckless driving can leave you in your own dust. Drag racing has its consequences. You can lose your driving privileges, your vehicle, face jail time, or even lose or take a life. So slow down, Memphis. The life you save may be your own. Brought to you by the Memphis Police Department, Traffic Operations.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio.
That was
Jay
Cocaine
Morgan
by
Harder.
Cocaine by Eric Clapton.
That was, and you know what? That's a great segue because our texter coming in, my man Chad texted out his top 5 movies with cocaine. We are giving away a Steely Dan ticket to somebody who I think has the best order.
What is a Steely Dan, John?
It is, Google it.
A sex toy.
We'll just say a fetish toy. That's what we'll just say that. Now,
a pleasure device.
Number 5 is 21 grams on his list. Do you ever seen 21 grams?
Yes.
21 grams, by the way, just so you know, is 3/4. 7's a quarter, 14 is a half. 21 grams is 3/4. 28 grams would be an ounce. Therefore, what's 21 grams? 3/4?
That's right.
Like, why are we talking about 3/4? Just get a full juice or not.
Well,
Anyway,
because it's all about the fourth quarter, is what you're saying.
I guess so. It's all about the
you
fourth
have to hold
quarter.
your 4 up at the end of 3/4, that kind of thing.
Speaking of number 4, we got Blow. Number 3, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Didn't
Oh,
even think
what
about
a
that
good one.
That is a great one.
Man,
that is a great one. But isn't Johnny Depp the dude that plays that?
Yeah.
See, the Amber Heard thing messes that one up for me, too. Again, just in the bed. Scarface is number 2. Number 1. Holy cow, how did I not think this? Do you know who Kaiser Sose is?
Yeah.
The Usual Suspects. I got to say right now, Chad's in the lead right now on the best movies.
What did we talk about The Usual Suspects? We talked about it some time ago. I can't remember what the context was. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up. Don't worry about it.
I was going to say, you think I remember what I did yesterday?
That's a
Let
good
it go
point.
a couple weeks ago?
Excellent point, John.
Thank you. I'm here to make the good point.
God, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's a good one.
That is a
I
great
can't
one.
believe I didn't think of that.
I can't believe you didn't
Only got
either.
a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is criminally low.
That is criminally low.
It's a great movie.
We are going to do a lot of stuff on Hardwood here in just a minute. We got to talk about Ja Morant living his best life. We got to talk about Richard Jefferson and some of the things he said about the Celtics. And
well, I have actually notes on Ja Morant. How about that?
Do you really?
And believe it or not, John and I did not talk about the topics before the show today.
So, wait a second. Is it about his little? Is it about his IG post?
Well, I have no problem with it, honestly.
I don't either.
I just saw a tweet. Yeah, I didn't think you would. And he's also getting his work in, so it's not like he's not working hard. But he's an NBA basketball player, for goodness sakes. He wouldn't be at this point if he didn't work hard. But I saw a tweet yesterday that says, Ja Morant's house, this quote, I don't know who said it. Someone on Memphis Twitter. You know how Twitter has, you can see everything nowadays. It says, Ja Morant's house parties make me want to be 24 years old again and not give a bleep. And that's ridiculous because that's just a weird sentiment. Like, if you see Ja Morant, you're like, oh, that takes me back to being 24. No, it should be like, wow, I wish I had immense wealth to have a distorted view of what reality is like. That seems more accurate than what life was like at 24. Was your life like that at 24, John? You know what? Bad person to ask that question.
I do understand kind of what he is saying, though. Because at 24, like, you're a weirdo. You're like a neurotic.
No, John, like, I have certainly done my fair share of partying, but what Ja Morant is going through is nothing like what anybody's life was like at 24, other than people with immense wealth that could have a distorted view of reality.
So you never did, like, okay, so I didn't have wealth, but let's say.
John, you weren't spending, 2 months in this nice villa on, God knows where, and partying. I just don't.
No, I didn't say I was in a villa, but I did go to hedonism 1 and 2, Costa Rica and Jamaica, all before I was 25 years old.
You know what, John?
Backpacked Europe for 3 months. Also went up and down California, got down to Mexico. I did get robbed in Mexico. That was kind of a different. So it's definitely different than Ja Morant. But the sentiment is you just don't give a bleep at 24.
Right.
Like today, can I tell you a secret?
I understood what you were saying.
I am not going to backpack Europe or go up and down and hitchhike California.
Because you're not 24.
I'm also not going to go to hedonism and nude resort because I don't look like I'm 24
You're not
anymore.
24,
I am
exactly.
not 24 anymore. Something about seeing a 44-year-old dude naked and a 24-year-old. I mean, this is the big difference, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're right, John. To me, I saw it more about wealth, though, but whatever.
You see, again, you don't have to have wealth to not give a bleep.
You're right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's a fact, Jack.
Man, I'll tell you one thing. You better, though, give a bleep about your roof. Brian Elder at BrianElderRoofing.com. He will come love on your roof. If you have your insurance carrier involved, you're going to need a great contractor. Guess who's the best? He is the best residential or commercial contractor in the Mid-South. Period. End of discussion. If you need to repair your roof, replace it, get a big roof, a tiny roof, he's done all types of roof. Call him. 901-867-0303, 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting. We're back with Hardwood on the other side. Plus, we've got, guess what? Anthony Saint at 12:30. It's a hump day. And we do have Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Amen. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You raise the blade. You make the change. You rearrange me till I'm sane.
Hey, I got one of my best customers, Mark, here.
Hey, Montana.
Hey, Mark, tell Sports 56 fans the deal of the century that I gave you at Sleep Cheap.
Yeah, I just bought the whole family some new mattresses. Our backs thank you. Easy professional people to work with, good quality mattresses and box springs, and they under-promised and over-delivered. We got the Sports 56 deal. The hybrid mattress and box springs regularly $1,000 for $599, and the wife and I got the king-size mattress normally $1,500 for $999.
Mark, it was a pleasure working with you. Glad you and your family are happy with the quality of our memory foam. Now I'm extending this manager's suite deal to my fellow Sports 56 fans. Check out our 3 locations, 6330 Winchester, Memphis, 1069 Goodman Road in Horn Lake, and West Memphis, 1701 North Missouri Street. Also wanted to let you know Sleep Cheap mattress sets starting at $199 to $4,000. We have twin XLs, queen, king, California king, we got it all. And again, guys, take advantage of this sweet Sports 56 hybrid mattress queen box deal. Normally $1,000, we got it for $599. We also have the king, normally $1,500, selling for $999. See y'all at Sleep Cheap.
Welcome to Allstate, where we bring it all together. And bundling your home and auto is good, right? And it saves you up to 25%. It all comes together. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Bundled savings discounts will vary by state. Saving up to 25% is a countrywide average of savings off the home policy. Combining the multiple policy discount for having auto insurance with Allstate and the welcome discount savings at enrollment.
What is all over you? Is that barbecue sauce?
Yep. Grabbed a rack of ribs from Central Barbecue on the way in.
And what ate them in the car?
I was running kind of late.
Why not? I mean, if you're going to eat in the car while you drive, why not skip the sauce?
Can't skip the sauce, man. Even though Central Barbecue's slogan is smoke is our sauce, I still got to have at least one of their signature sauces.
I can't believe I'm going to ask this. Which sauce did you get?
All of them.
That was going to be my guess.
Yep. Alternated mild, hot, sweet, heat, mustard, and vinegar. Took a few minutes, but totally worth it.
I thought you said you were running late.
That's why I was running late.
13 platinum records. Over 65 million albums sold worldwide. This is Poison. Brett, Bobby, Cece, Ricky. The original lineup returns. Sunday, July 3rd. Center stage at Silver Star Casino. Tickets on sale now. Visit PearlRiverResort.com. Don't miss the party of the year. Poison World Tour 2022.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commissions, sales leads, and a great place to work. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flinn.com. Start your career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. We're about to talk with Tyler Gallagher, CEO of Team 33. It's all about esports. Yes, we talk about all sports. And right now, who doesn't love gaming? Who doesn't love winning money? Combine that together, it's just like gambling on a baseball game or a basketball game tonight. So we're going to talk with him in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. But I also wanted to remind you, it's 12 o'clock. Are you hungry? You need to head over to Central Barbecue. They have 4 great locations. So if you can hear my voice, you can get to Central, downtown Central Summer, the new one out here on Poplar. You can also go to eatcbq.com. You can go ahead and put in your order and pick up curbside service. I went and actually ate Central last night. My girl had the pulled chicken. I went ahead and got the barbecue platter. I got the Texas toast instead of the buns. I got some mac and cheese, a little turnip green action. She had the barbecue beans. I kind of stole them from her and ate them. Central Barbecue, where smoke is their sauce, has the best barbecue in Memphis. Ergo, having the best barbecue in the world. Check them out. And if you want to just be nice to somebody who doesn't live in this great Mid-South where the barbecue is out of control, go to eatcbq.com and ship that barbecue anywhere in the world. Let's bring in my good buddy Tyler Gallagher. He's going to teach us a little bit about what it is going on in esports, how are they changing, and his Team 33. Tyler, how are you doing today on a hump day?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me.
For a lot of those people that are at least my age, I got 2 young people in the other room. They play games all the time. I have kids. They play games all the time. I know a lot about them. I know I'm horrible. I've tried to play a couple of their games because I had an Atari. There was only one button and a joystick. So now these high-tech controllers, I don't necessarily understand them, but these kids can almost do anything. Can you explain to us how esports is growing? Because it feels like it's really starting to take off.
Yes, absolutely. So esports, just really keeping it simple, the viewership is getting out of control. If you were to take the MLB, NBA, NHL, I mean, literally every major league, their viewership, it is absolutely triumphing over it. Like there's no bigger audience than the gaming world. I mean, it's worldwide. These are fans that have been around for 30 plus years. It's in a massive community, and it's a growing community. And there's just a lot of people. When talk about celebrities, talk about regular life, just everybody has a need to game. Whether they're hanging out with friends, whether they're doing it competitively, it's becoming a real sport, and you're actually seeing real, actual players in major leagues, in NHL, you name it. They're actually gaming as well outside of it. Which is really, really exciting. And we're only starting to see the potential of esports.
Now, you feel like you're just scratching the surface, and I hate to say this, I have to agree. And if you don't know Tyler Gallagher, he owns Team 33. They're the first to win 2 FNCS championships in one season, and I'm pretty sure, what is that, Fortnite?
That is Fortnite, the biggest game, I would say, with the largest audience right now.
That is unbelievable. And I just saw that you also did the Fortnite Grand Finals tournament, which took place on the 28th and 29th for a staggering $3 million.
Yeah, that was it's getting ridiculous what players are able to make just playing a simple online game. That was the prize pool for the recent FNCS Grand Finals. Correct.
Yeah, that's amazing. And by the way, you are the co-founder, Tyler Gallagher, co-founder and CEO of Team 33. Are you part of the team and you actually one of the competitors, or do you go out there and find the best esports stars out there and try to bring them on to Team 33?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm actually the owner and the CEO and founder. I game myself, but for Team 33, we are prominent in the Fortnite scene. And what I do is I help curate proper talent, and I'm also in charge of helping build a good, balanced esports team that is strong competitively, winning championships, and just growing the name overall in the Fortnite scene. So I don't personally compete. I'm not as good as our players, but I have an eye for talent and work with an incredible team. It's not just myself. There's just incredible people that have been on the journey since day one, and they add to the team incredibly as well. Everyone pulls their weight, and everyone's adding to the story as the days unravel.
So does that mean right now Team 33 all number one in North and South America?
We are, yeah. We just took the FNC championship for this season for North America West and also for South America.
And
we got number one in both. And then we got number two in North America East, which was just as exciting. One of the most competitive locations, regions, and we almost had a trifecta.
Now, for these type of like gaming, like when you talk about playing these games, do you actually do y'all go to places and play, or is this something that's basically online or on Twitch? Again, you can tell I'm an old man and don't know much about this, and I'm really trying to learn a lot more about the esports, especially seeing the money. And also, I'm sure there's a lot of parents out there, or back in the day, like, get off your games. You can't do anything with those games. And now people are, like you said, making millions of dollars, and they have viewership that's right now exceeding almost anything. It's just, how is this all, how did this all just kind of basically come about and take off?
Sure. So to answer your question, the great thing about gaming is, obviously it's online, but it's also offline. It's called LAN tournaments. Oddly enough, our team is off to Sweden on the 16th for what's called DreamHack. Yeah, and it's a $200,000 tournament, and it's Fortnite players from all over the world are going to Sweden to compete for this prize pool. And so that's in person. In person's huge. As you can imagine, everyone went through the COVID scare. Still a lot of people dealing with it. So it's slowly coming back. But what's the beauty of gaming is it's also online. So there's those two worlds. In competitive, though, when it really starts to get big, is definitely LAN tournaments like the one coming up in Sweden for DreamHack. Which we're very, very excited to attend.
That just sounds absolutely crazy just to think about all these things. And you talk about Fortnite, and from what I understand, that's basically you drop in and it's like kind of a shoot 'em up game. Are they ever going to have it? Like, is esports going to go to where you're playing Madden or the college football or baseball or FIFA or soccer, or has it already gone into that area?
It's already gone into that area. Actually, Mark Cuban, well known. Everyone knows him from Shark Tank and literally everything, the Mavericks. He actually has an esports team that's in NBA 2K, which is a very, very popular NBA game for esports. And he definitely dabbled in it, and it's got a wide audience, but the big gaming community gets behind what's called first-person shooters, which you discussed. It's known as FPS, a first-person shooter, and that's where a large majority. But there's so many. There's League of Legends. There's Dota 2. I mean, that's the beauty of gaming. It's so well diverse, and there's just so much to it. There's so many games. There's such a wide audience. From every demographic of life you can imagine.
Now, can you tell us also, though, because you talked about viewership, and I've heard of the Twitch. I know what that is. I feel like that's one of the ones that they watch it a lot on. Where are some of the platforms that you can go out there? I know the young kids know about it, but if I want to go and check out some esports, how do I get there?
Oh, hands down, Twitch. Twitch is the dominant platform. I mean, obviously YouTube. But Twitch, you can actually see your favorite players live playing. You get to kind of see their strategies. You can search your favorite game, see who's playing that live. It's become very popular. Me, an avid gamer of 30 plus years, I was there when Twitch was kind of just evolving and came out. And it was exciting to see how a real pro approaches a game. They approach it so differently, and it kind of helps you improve your gameplay. So I would say that the best place is most definitely Twitch, and that's the most popular. And that's where you can catch the pros live. and kind of see how they operate, get to know them, and it's a really unique experience.
With the land tournaments that are also becoming more popular, especially now that we're getting out of the COVID situation, and you're going to actually, like you said, Sweden. Are these ever going to get on regular and basic cables, you ever think?
Oh, there's no question. I would say it's probably already done, already in the works, and it's just a matter of time. I mean, it already pretty much is mainstream. I mean, they had, for Fortnite in particular, they had what's called World Cup, which was huge. We're talking just a massive prize pool. I believe it was $30 million. And they sold out a stadium in New York just off of the live crowd for the LAN. And then, I mean, where it was broadcasted is just astronomical. But I would say like an ESPN type situation right around the corner.
Wow.
Especially with, as you said, we're coming out of this COVID. But what COVID did as well is it really took that gamer out of everybody. It gave them something to do. It gave them a place to go. Well, they weren't able to go to, enjoy the regular life they were used to. And it really brought the community together and made it even stronger. So, it's a very, very relevant sport. As you said, you love covering sports and you're always watching, and esports is definitely a sport to watch. And it hasn't really even begun.
Yeah, and I know, and it feels like you got in on the exact right time because it looks like this thing is going to blow up. He is the CEO and founder of Team 33. Again, they've made history as the first team to win 2 Fortnite championships in one season, #1 in North America, #1 in South America. They're heading to Sweden for their next tournament. My man, Tyler Gallagher, thank you so much again for helping our audience and finding out how, I guess, can we buy stock in Team 33 yet?
We're not public yet, but definitely have plans to go public, no question.
Man, have a blessed one. Enjoy it, and I'll be keeping up with you, my brother.
You got it, and thank you so much for having me. Have a wonderful day.
Man, that is Tyler Gallagher. I cannot believe. I don't even know how to play you know what? I did play the Nintendo with the box one, the little square rectangle. It was actually a rectangle.
It's the NES.
No. I don't know what NES is.
Nintendo Entertainment System. That's what it goes by, as the NES, because the one after that, the Super Nintendo, the Super NES.
Oh, man. Again, I got so much stuff to learn when it comes to this.
Well, that one, John, that's an old system. It's really not that new. It's not like new information that you got.
It's not new information?
No, what the NES is, the Nintendo Entertainment System, no, that's a pretty old system.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks a lot, buddy. I know what the PS1 is, dog.
There you go. That's good.
Don't play no games with me. What number are they at now?
5.
It feels like they're coming along pretty slowly.
Well, yeah. I mean, but they make a bunch of different versions of the same console. So, the PlayStation 2 has, 4 versions. The PS3 has a couple versions. The PS4 has a bunch of versions. And now you have the PS5, which just has the one version. But they announced yesterday, John, this new Call of Duty coming out is only going to be on next-gen consoles and PC. So, it's time for people to pay the money to get off the Xbox One and the PS4.
And you play it on just a regular computer?
But you could play on a PC, which is the new way of gaming, or you could buy a console like an Xbox One Series X or a PS5.
Wow, I did not know you were that.
I'm a big gamer, John.
So why didn't you do the interview with this guy?
John, you didn't ask me to.
Why
In our pre-show meeting, John, you didn't even talk to me about maybe doing the interview with this guy. It seemed like you had it all under control.
Well, because I thought I was going to do it from a very layman's, point, because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. No, you were talking about the Fortnite tournaments. I know all about that.
You do?
I actually watch it all the time. The other day when remember the Ole Miss game day that was like the rain delay city where we didn't know if we were going to be on the radio or not. Me and Connor were actually in there. We were watching some video game streams during the break there.
Wow. Well, it is time to go have a little bit more fun since we've been having fun with esports. We had a little bit of fun earlier with the best Coke flicks on planet Earth. And we have talked with Jake Crane today. We talked a lot of college football. We talked a little baseball. But now it's time to get into Hardwood. And how do I get there? Oh, I get there because of my good buddy Blake Jones and what he's doing for everybody out there. He's not playing any games. He's not taking no names. He's taking care of business. And how does he do that? Because he helps you grow your business without spending more on credit card fees. If you call Blake Jones, your local Mid-South Advanced Merchant Service representative, he'll work with your business to help it grow up to 3.9% instantly. Small business owners, you already have enough costs. Let Blake Jones help you lower your credit card processing cost absolutely 100% risk-free. No cost to you, the small business owner. The number, 662-408-9324. That's 662-408-9324. Call Blake Jones today and start saving money tomorrow. Guess what time it is now, buddy?
John, what time is it?
It's time to go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
I don't know, man. Where do you think we should start?
The beginning, John.
Okay, well, the beginning was...
The Tigers fit 2 balls off the wall this game, I should just say.
The Tigers are just destroying it right now?
Against the Pirates. They're hitting pretty well, John. I know that wasn't where you wanted to start, but I just felt the need to tell you that.
Well, I was going to start...
You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you for helping me out in some aspects. I was going to actually start with the whole Deshaun Watson situation.
Who is Deshaun Watson, John?
He is a guy who...
Oh, okay.
He's a male
All
who
right.
Played quarterback at Clemson.
That's right.
Went on and won a natty.
Clemson.
What'd I say?
I know you said it right, but I love the Southerners love to put the Z for Clemson, and Northerners will tell you there's no Z, it's Clemson.
Okay, did I say it's Southern or Northern?
You said it's Southern. It's Clemson.
Yeah, baby.
How do you say Louisville?
What?
Louisville.
Louisville. It's Louisville.
I agree. I say Louisville too. Whoa.
Man, it's not Louisville.
Whoa.
Louisville sounds stupid.
Whoa.
But Deshaun Watson is sounding dumber and dumber by the second.
Dumb and dumber.
And his behavior is a little bit nuts. Remember, he's had 40 masseuses over a 5-year span. Remember this? 40.
I remember.
Over 5 years. Found out, New York Times did a little investigating, found 66 women that he booked massages with over a 17-month period. Then my man goes out there and, basically somehow gets the security with the Texans organization, who's basically been like, oh, we just found out about this. We've been really cool. And they get him some non-disclosure agreements all set up. So they definitely knew a little bit about this behavior. I have a feeling now that the NFL, well, actually I don't, because Roger Goodell is an inept. He's reactive instead of proactive. I can't believe I'm saying this. Rob Manfred has handled a situation better than even the big NFL. And, of course, that's the Trevor Bauer situation. Dude was suspended 2 years. They put him on administrative leave for a year. They handled it their way. NFL continues to get egg on their face.
Because they want. I think it's because everybody involved in the league and the Browns and every team wants this guy to play. I think it's a great like social experiment on what level of talent do things get excused at, and Deshaun Watson seems to be right on that line with his ability and the terrible things he did allegedly.
Well, I know one thing. Ever since we've had a little bit of HBO. What's his name? Brian Gumbel, Real Sports.
Brian Gumbel, yeah.
Yeah. He's related to somebody?
Greg Gumbel.
That's right, man.
Gumbel and Gumbel.
Gumbel and Gumbel. Well, he did the Ashley Solis. She came out. She talked about it. The New York Times yesterday, they reported. But this is where things get a little bit weird for me.
A little hairy.
So Deshaun Watson's things aren't really going very well for him. Did you see what his girlfriend and Deshaun posted yesterday on social media?
No.
You didn't?
I saw a video. Is this what you're talking about? A couple days ago, there was a video going around of him and a particular pornographic star.
Deshaun Watson?
Yeah. Don't worry about it, John. Let's get what video did you see?
He's with a porn
But not
star?
doing anything malicious. It's like a video from a long time ago of him and a porn star, and she dunked a basketball over his head. And that was the end of the video.
Oh, with Mia Khalifa.
That's right.
Yeah. And it wasn't a real basketball.
No,
it was
an
just
indoor
one
hoop.
It was an indoor hoop.
Like you put on the door.
Yeah. I forgot all about that. How's Mia doing?
I think she's actually really trying to get her name disassociated with pornography.
Yeah, actually, I think she's out there now. She's like a life coach.
Yeah. I don't know. Sure.
Yeah, she is.
I know she's doing something that's not pornographic.
Yeah, she's out there being a life coach. She's out there to help.
John, you know what her ethnicity is?
Let me guess. Lebanese, because that's what you are? Actually,
that's correct.
I think I actually knew that.
That's correct.
Just because I did research on her one day for
research purposes.
Totally. Yeah. It was integrity, because when Deshaun Watson's getting dunked on by a woman, I got to know who that woman is.
Well, so that was recent. You did this research, like this week, for instance.
No, it was a while ago.
Oh yeah.
But again, Deshaun Watson.
He posted a video.
He posted. No, he didn't post a video.
Oh, so he posted something.
He posted this, and it's I don't know if you know this. Do you know who Lil Baby is?
I did see this. Oh,
Lil Durk.
I didn't realize he posted
And who's
it.
Rod Wave?
Rod Wave? Rod Wave is great. John, should I play a Rod Wave song? Connor, should I play a Rod Wave
No,
song?
no, no.
Yeah, so me and Connor are going to play a Rod Wave song at the next break.
Okay, fine. But here's what
I have to play Jimmy Buffett first.
The song is called Rich Off Pain.
Yeah.
Rich Off Pain.
It's featuring Rod Wave. It's Lil Baby featuring Rod Wave.
And Lil Durk.
Lil Durk. That's right.
And here's what it says. See, the blogs can't break me. They can't break me down. See, I'm the voice. I don't reply. But the rumors y'all done heard, I'ma humbly deny. Yeah, yeah. That's what he put out? A rap lyric?
That seems to describe what he wants to say.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Do you think it does it do a really good job?
Yeah, it says he's going to humbly deny what people are saying. I think he nailed it.
Rich in pain. I bet you are rich in pain.
Yeah.
Now, did you see
people
what
think money solves all your problems, John, but not him.
Well, that was his bizarre post, but things got a lot weirder. Do you know who do you know his girlfriend's name?
No.
Jilly Annis. And she's a weird person.
You said that with a lot of confidence, John. Give me the name again. Say it again.
Annis. But
what's her first name? Jilly?
Jilly.
What's her last name?
Annis.
Annis?
But I have
How's
to
it spelled,
say it,
John?
I have to say it very closely because I almost say another word.
Wait, can you not say the other word? Isn't that a medical term?
Oh, you can, but it's not her name, and I don't want to accidentally call her.
Oh, that's really not her name.
No,
how do you spell
Annis.
it? A-N-U-S.
A-N-A-I-S.
Oh, Anais.
Anais, whatever. I almost say every time the wrong word.
I think it's Anais.
Anais.
There's a Major League Baseball player named Anais, but it's not spelled that way.
But it's not spelled that way, no.
A-N-N-A-E-Z.
Why couldn't it be Annis? How come the second A can't be soft?
Oh, that's Arias.
Huh?
I said Anais, it's Arias. It doesn't matter, John. What did his girlfriend say?
Well, his girlfriend, by the way, is stuck with him through now 66 different women.
Stuck on you like Lionel Richie.
Yep, stuck on you. And by the way, she ain't going anywhere because you know what so just a few hours after the New York Times comes out about the 66 massage therapists, about the
69.
involvement by the Houston Texans, all the horrible things that are going on. And by the way, 17 months. This guy, I think we have to just admit it, he has a sex addiction. Like a little bit of addiction.
I don't even think it's sex addiction. It's like the rush of it being somebody you don't know. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
I think someone with a sex addiction could have been a little more discreet getting like certain kinds of prostitutes, not to excuse the behavior, but this seems to be a level beyond just sex addiction. This seems to be some kind of fetish with people you don't know.
Like a streaker or a
Sure.
flasher who just for
Yeah.
some reason wants to go flash to somebody he doesn't even know.
And a lot of maybe so. Actually, surprisingly, yes, kind of a little bit. Like it's a mental disability that like there's no rationale behind this behavior. Why would you do this with 66 different strange women? It has to be some kind of addiction, some kind
So
of
it's a
mental
cross
disorder.
between. I figured it out. I just now can say I diagnosed Deshaun Watson.
Wow, we're like psychologists.
He's
today.
half sex addicted. He's half flasher, but he puts them all in one in a massage therapy.
That's right.
Because he just can't be running around butt naked in Texas flashing people randomly. He thought he had it under control under the guise of massage therapy.
And John, you've been saying this like, is this going to happen again? Is this going to happen again? I'm always like, John, that's ridiculous. Why would it happen again? He knows he's in trouble. Well, a good way it would happen again is if this is an actual like mental disease he has with himself and he can't control himself.
Man, he can play some quarterback, but man,
Oh, top 5 quarterback in the league.
He's got some serious issues.
John, if he was one degree worse of a quarterback, would this be put up with nearly as much?
No.
What's the worst quarterback that they would put this up with? Is this the bad question?
Say that again.
Who's the worst quarterback that would allow this kind of hullabaloo to go on? Like, what level, when I name a quarterback, like, how far down do I have to go before you get to quarterback? Like, no, he's out of the league already. He's already fired from his job. He's never working again. How far down the list do you have to go?
I'd
Ryan
say
Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill can't. He wouldn't get away with it.
Ryan Tannehill can't do anything wrong right
now.
No,
one woman, it would have been over with.
Yeah, one. And by the way, you know what? Again, the NFL is so reactive. I mean, look, until the Ray Rice video came out, they weren't doing anything to Ray Rice. Until it's like they actually see video or have like concrete proof of anything. And if you're a good football player, they're going to do everything to keep you on the football field.
And this is another degree to that too, like with how good Deshaun Watson is.
Now, the other thing I did have to tell you again, I'm trying to talk about what is it?
What his girlfriend said?
Yeah.
Wow, we've been hung up on this for so long. Give me what the girlfriend said.
So she posts on the IG a picture of her in her Rolls Royce. And it says, that moment when you think you might have forgot to lock the front door. What?
John, same question. What? What do you mean what? Like, I don't think that
she left. No, she left in her Rolls Royce, and then Rolls Royce.
Royals are a baseball team.
Yeah, but I'd rather.
It's also a song by Lorde.
Man, again, I don't have a Rolls Royce, so sometimes I say the Royals because I went and saw them when Bo Jackson was there back in the day. Point. So here's some of the things. A lot of people just said, did you not see the New York Times just posted about your boyfriend? Like, how is this even on your mind? Are you, dude, there's
out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. There's just a lot of stuff going on here with it. And the one thing is, though, the fact that this woman is sticking with him. Can we go reckless speculation? She ain't nothing but a gold digger.
Well, did you see how much money he just got, John?
Yes.
I would say that is very reckless speculation, John. Maybe it's just, a nice relationship. He seems like a good guy, apart from the sex crimes.
Oh, I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just saying I can't believe Jay can't find a girlfriend, but Deshaun Watson can find 66 masseuses.
Yeah, that was
and
the
have
point
a
of all of this.
girlfriend keep and a girl stay with him. We can have a man hire a hitman to kill his first wife. Go to jail for it, get out of jail, marry a second woman.
And I'm not picky either. I would literally take Connor dressed up as a woman at this point.
Dude, I'm telling you right now. And by the way, you got his name right all day long.
I've never gotten it wrong.
I don't know. I disagree with that.
I know Slagathor, like from birth.
By the way, but did you see there is the Colin? So we did learn that.
The Colin.
Like we have.
Colin should feel so good about himself. There's another. Colin, by the way, is another intern that we just hired that John hired because John's the boss here of the interns.
I bet that scares people.
It should. John just hired Colin as an intern here. We have a new intern, Colin, and he is so high on John's list right now that he just called him the Colin on the radio. That's like superstardom, essentially.
That is superstardom. Coming up next, though, we're going to talk basketball with Anthony Sane, but I will tell you, what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about Juicy Seafood right now. You know where they're at? 775 Goodman Road. It should be your next destination because guess what? They're already open, and they got happy hour daily from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Plus, listen to the name, Juicy Seafood. The seafood is incredible. The bar is out of control. Great beer deals. Buy two, get one free. Bucket special, 6 beers, $18. Happy hour cocktails Monday through Thursday, 2 to 6. Buy one, get one half off on all your liquor. And then if you like wine, they have wine specials daily. Again, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m., $4 and up. The feeling when you walk in, though, it's like being on a cruise ship. It's great for the whole family. Beautiful, nice atmosphere. And again, the food is great. Do you like fresh Gulf seafood? They've got it all for you. Are you looking for maybe some Alaskan king crab legs, fresh lobster, oysters? They got it all. Plus farm-raised catfish, beautiful breading, Juicy Seafood, 775 Goodman Road. And they have all the things for the kids, man. They got chicken tenders and fried shrimp. By the way, I don't know if you know what Juicy Seafood's tagline is, do you? Come hungry, leave happy. We'll be back in Two Shakes with Anthony Sane on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
A good friend of mine told me about this awesome place for lunch.
Oh, yeah? What's the name?
Neil's Grill and Bar, where the fat man rocks. Everybody knows Neil.
Where's it located?
It's located in Yorkshire Square off of Quince.
And what's it like?
The best lunch place in Memphis. You know, like real mashed potatoes and gravy. Everything is made from scratch. Monday through Friday, daily lunch specials like Monday baked chicken, Italian Tuesday, spaghetti, ravioli, Italian spinach, delicious fried catfish, fried chicken livers every Wednesday, Friday, Salisbury steak, barbecue chicken, or if you just want a vegetable plate, the best veggies in town.
What about the lunch price?
Meat and 2 veggies, $8.95. Meat and 3 veggies, $10.95. And veggie plate, $9.95. Big fat boy portions, man.
Yeah, you're making me hungry.
Come hear the best live local music at Neil's. Eddie Smith plays Sundays 5 to 9, Mondays karaoke, Tuesdays Debbie Jameson, Wednesdays Elmo and the Shades, Thursdays John Williams and the A440 Band at Neil's.
Where the fat man rocks.
How do you make the most of your land? If you ask the Wrens, who run with us on a John Deere mower, they tell you,
I mow first, then I do all the trimming.
But the Hubbards, who work behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, would say,
if it's something you want, just go after it and try it.
Then there's the Mosers, who may mention from the seat of their John Deere Gator UTV,
you can't be all work and not play.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
There's a whole lot of celebrating this month, from people graduating to people getting married. June is always a month filled with reasons to do something special. And you can't get much more special than 117 Prime, Memphis's premier downtown dining destination. When you're marking an important milestone like a wedding or graduation, there's simply no better place to do it than 117 Prime. With the best steaks in Memphis and, for those old enough to enjoy them, the unparalleled wine selection and the huge variety of bourbons, and you've got the recipe for special. You've got 117 Prime.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
6 chill, for real.
Yo, we're back. Johnny's Happy Hour. Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour.
That's Rod Wave, by the way.
Johnny Radio.
That's Rod Wave, by the way, John.
We got a baller in the shot caller.
You were saying Rod Wade. That was who we were talking about on the last break.
Yeah,
I don't even know which one's John, by the way. Honestly, you guys are like twins.
Speaking of wave, there is a wave coming to the city of Memphis. Our good friends at Hemp 2.0.
Exactly.
They're balling in the shot caller, like you know.
I'm telling you right now, if you care about your life, if you care about your health, your wealth, and your lifestyle, 3670 South Houston Levy Road. Shop at Hemp 2.0. They got moon rocks. They got edibles. And I don't know if you know, I always say the breakfast of champions, 2 D8s and a cup of coffee. That's how I start my day. That's how you should start your day. Find out what hemp can do for you at 3670 South Houston Levy Road. But now it's time to talk with Anthony Sane. Everybody knows he's the tribal chief of Grizz Twitter. He's also the Ralph Lauren of Memphis. AsylumTees901.com. You can follow him on the Twitter at Sane Asylum. He's on 1 to 3 with Peter Daly. Anthony, you ready for some basketball tonight?
Yeah, I am, man. Let's not move too fast. You said you take 2 Delta 8s and a cup of coffee to start your day. If I take 2 Delta 8s, my day is over.
My uncle said the same thing.
Like
he said
my day is over, man.
He said, I can't move. I take 2 D8s. This guy says he takes it every day
for breakfast. To start his day off.
That's exactly. I'll tell you one thing. I really do feel like
who's got a problem, man?
The best way to start your day, to be honest.
I'm a Delta 8 guy. I love it to death, but it usually ends my day. It doesn't give me a pick me up. It's
different strokes, you know.
Well, see, when I get off work though, about 1:15, I always take a sip of the Enjoy Hemp Relaxation. It's 500 milligrams of a little scissor up. Again, you can get it at 3670 South Houston Levy Road. And it just kind of, because I get kind of high on the show. You're emotional, you're happy, you're a little jittery. Man, once the show's over, just drink a little relax from Enjoy. Man, just set you right for the rest of the night.
Man, it's another beast. But anyway.
Now, we got basketball, actually.
Yes, we do.
Man, there's a beast named Draymond Green. He's constantly in the news. He's a great basketball player. He's even more fun just to kind of watch and listen to because he trips you out. But he went ham today on the 80s and 90s players. Did you hear that audio clip?
Y'all got it?
Man.
No.
You don't have it?
I'll get it.
Get it and pull it up, and I'm just going to go ahead and give you a little something he said about it. Basically talked about how everybody who came from the 80s and 90s era talks about how tough they are. Talks about how they would do this, they would do that. And Draymond Green basically was saying there was only a few tough guys, and what they were doing was just bullying everybody else back in the 80s and 90s. So all the guys that just because you played the 80s and 90s doesn't make you a tough guy. Talked about, the way the game's being played, the way game's officiated. I don't know. I thought it was kind of fascinating. Do you think that the NBA, the fact that you can't hand check, the fact that they do call everything, do you think the NBA is a little soft, or is it just better for the style of basketball that we're watching?
It lines up with the style of basketball that we play. Let me also say this. The NBA is a league of entertainment. We watch the NBA to entertain us. I know a lot of people do live vicariously through teams and project themselves through the wins and losses of their team, and it makes them feel good when their team wins and feel bad when their team loses, and they say us and them and all that type of, we do that. I do that. That's the thing that we do. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, the NBA is entertainment, and I don't care what anybody says, man. Draymond Green is effing entertainment. It's incredibly entertaining, bro. Like, to see him, like, bullying dudes, like, literally, like, trying to fight guys out there. Hey, there was a guy here named Zach Randolph who basically did the same thing. But Zach kind of pretty much played the role of the good guy, and Draymond happily takes the role of the villain. But hey, the other teams, they thought Zebo was the villain too. So, but I like to see when he gets to doing all that. I don't want to see them kick him out of a game, because seeing him scream and rant and rave and yell at refs and pull guys down and wrestle with guys on the ground,
put their feet on them.
Yeah,
Put his feet
I'm
on
down
them.
for all that, man. Like, it's entertaining. This is Memphis. I grew up watching Channel 5 wrestling. That's what it looks like. I'm watching a wrestling bit or whatever. So I'm down for it. It gets excessive. I'm not gonna act like it's not excessive. Like, he doesn't do the most, and I'm not gonna act like they don't give him preferential treatment. But like something I talked to Peter about earlier this week, yesterday. You get guys who get superstar calls.
Yes, you
offensive players get superstar calls. Draymond Green is a defensive / role player superstar, and I think not just in my eyes, but it should be in everyone's eyes. So I'm fine with him getting preferential treatment, man. He's one of the stars of the league, not particularly because he makes the ball go through the hoop, but he's just one of those guys that his personality, all these different things have made him a superstar. So I don't mind it at all. It's all part of the entertainment.
All part of the entertainment. I agree with that a lot. But do you think the fact that they're leaving, San Francisco, and they're actually going to be in TD? Dude, the TD Garden is going to be buck wild tonight. They're going to be screaming all kinds of crazy stuff. You would think from some of the comments from Ime Udoka that he wants almost his players to go back there and kind of force the action on him. If you get pushed by and push him back, you're gonna have to get a technical. But hey, he might get two and get thrown out of the game. Do you think that there's a chance that he might get thrown out of one of these next two games?
I think that should be their
Boston?
mission. That should be their mission, is to antagonize him, to get him going, to try to get him at his own game. He can get flustered because the Grizzlies flustered him. You know what I mean? Guys like Brandon Clark, Tillman, even Jaren Jackson Jr., they got under his skin. You got to have a guy that can make him work on defense, for one thing. And we got under his skin. And, you got guys on your team that can do that. Grant Williams should step up and say, look, man, Al Horford, no, you're Marcus Smart, no, you're not going to come out here and just bully us. We're going to bring the fight to you first. That's their fault, man, because they've actually got more guys that can do that than the Warriors do. It's only Draymond doing this to all those guys, and I just named off guys that are legit tough guys. Williams, he's a tough. Other Williams, I can't think of his name.
Talking about Robert?
Yeah, Robert Williams. He's another one. Like, man, y'all out there getting punked by this 40-year-old man. Like, that's on y'all.
I found the audio, Draymond. You want to hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do
it.
One thing that baffles me about the 80s or the 90s or whatever you want to call when basketball was so much more physical is some of the guys that be talking weren't the guys that was punching people. You know, like they act like, you know, guys was just walking around the court like I'm hitting this guy in the nose. There were a few guys back then that would lay you out, that would knock you out, that would foul you and get thrown out the game. Bill Laimbeer, Rick Mahorn. But everybody running around acting like they were that. Y'all were getting bullied. And so it baffles me when every guy, just because they played in the 80s, just because they played in the 90s, is like, man, if you played in our day, you get knocked out. Like, no, not really, because it wouldn't be you. So, okay, you saying Rick Mahorn would have knocked me out. Rick Mahorn probably knocks you out. Like, Bill Laimbeer probably lays you out. So were there enforcers of that time? Of course. Would they have knocked you out? Of course. Their fine was also $2. Like, you know, it's just not the same day and age. If I go knock somebody out, I probably get fined $1 million.
Right.
I don't know.
I love Draymond Green, man. Y'all can say whatever.
Me too. I love him.
Bro, if I could get 1 year, if Golden State says, all right, we won enough, we're going to break this thing up, we can't afford to pay all these dudes, they do something like where Draymond Green is no longer a Warrior. Bro.
If Draymond Green was in Memphis, Memphis would love him.
Bro, he can stay with me.
What a good fit too with Ja, like being able to be himself off the ball. Man, I would love
with
that.
the Michigan State dudes, with Jaren and Tillman.
Oh yeah.
And then we're about to draft the Christian kid too. That's breaking news. But yeah, man, come on.
I like it.
Give me Draymond, man.
All right, give me Draymond. Tonight, though, I got to ask you, are we going to have a close game? First game was interesting because the way Boston just came back and dominated the fourth quarter. The third quarter ruined the whole entire second half of game two. The Warriors dominated. We talk about the style of play today. Are we going to get a game in the fourth quarter that's actually just right there, tough, tight, and we don't even know who's going to win that?
That would be nice, huh?
I want that.
I haven't seen one of those since the Grizzlies series. Grizzlies and it's been a lot of weird, pointless fourth quarters in these games here lately. Man. But yeah, I hope we get that. Of course, you can't predict that. This does feel like it's going to be more of a regular game. Both teams have kind of shown their hands. I think Boston has more. No, not Boston. I think the Warriors have more going back to the drawing board to do, even though they just won. I think Boston has more counters in their repertoire than the Warriors really have right now. But we'll see. I just hope, like you said, I do hope it's a better fourth quarter than what we've seen in the first two games for sure. I actually want to watch the fourth quarter. I was like cutting off and watching the Magic Johnson documentary and that type of stuff.
By the way, you got the Apple TV then?
Well, I have an Apple-ish TV.
Oh, so
I do have access to to those documentaries, but I do not have an Apple TV.
Sounds like never mind. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh yeah. I can watch it all.
Is it any good?
I watched a little bit of it.
It wasn't like Winning Time or nothing.
No, it's a totally different type of show. It's actually based on historic events, and it's a documentary as opposed to Winning Time being like an over the top dramedy, so to speak. So.
All right, now I got to ask you, John Morant, Miles Bridges. Some people think they're in an unofficial competition to see who can get their first fine of the NBA over the offseason. Who's going to get it and why?
Again, I don't mind these guys being rich 20-somethings.
I think it's awesome
in front of our eyes.
It has to be Bridges though, because
John's
only talked about other things. He hadn't shown anything. Miles Bridges showed everybody.
This dude had a cup of lean. Like he got that pink drink. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
hey,
all right,
pink
man.
lemonade.
You got a cup of that purple stuff. Like, come on, man.
I saw too many bubbles for pink lemonade.
so that's a whole other situation. Then he had a pre-roll in his hand. Like, these dudes is wilding. But here's my thing, man. If there was Twitter in the 80s or the late 70s, are y'all ready to see players snorting cocaine lines?
Oh.
That's what you would have been.
Across sports.
That's what you would have
Every
seen.
sport,
You would have seen guys snorting powder
easily
on Twitter. So, you know. You kind of take it. I'm fine with these guys being what we call wild or too wild, because if you had a 24-hour camera on all these players in the past, you would have saw Michael Jordan betting on games in the casino. You would have seen some of the wildest stuff in the world that we would have called taboo today. But those things happen. Those guys lived. You've had rich 20-something-year-old kids in the NBA forever. So
and they're still way more disciplined than most people that would be partying like that, because they're still getting that work in before they go behave like this in the afternoons or something like that.
Right, because here's the thing. I'd much rather see Ja having this wild, super fun-looking party at his house and bringing the party to him than seeing him out wilding in who knows where and who knows who's there or whatever. So I love it, man. I love to see these guys having fun. Like I talked about yesterday on our show, we're not used to seeing players this young having off seasons on our team. We're used to seeing Mike, who's got kids, and Mark with a garden and saving people in the ocean, and whatever. Zebo, whatever they're doing. But like, these guys are much
Zebo wasn't
older guys.
posting jack because he was smart.
Yeah, but Zebo wasn't posting nothing. Zebo had a flip phone.
A couple of them.
Right. But the thing is, man, like these guys, they're kids, man. They're gonna do that. You're gonna see Jaron and Brandon Clark looking like the most eligible bachelors in the city. If you see that's the one I'm impressed by.
Brandon Clark always cleans up. And Jaron has a wardrobe like nobody else on the team.
No, have you seen the video when they go into the club and all the bottle girls have Grizzly shirts on? You see them? I'm saying,
No.
man, these dudes are balling.
In Memphis.
Yes. No, they were out of town somewhere. That's
Oh,
what
and
made it so crazy.
they supply the Grizzlies shirts.
These girls had Grizzly shirts on because they knew Jaron and BC was coming. Like, look at these wild boys out here.
I love it.
All right, last question before I have to let you go because I know you got to get ready for your own show from 1 to 3 with Peter Edmiston. Who gets the win tonight and why?
I hate predicting. I can't predict these games, man. I'm losing on parlays as well. That energy is going to be so wild.
Boston had
game
last
one. Boston's got to win it. They haven't lost back-to-back games.
The whole playoffs.
Yeah. Boston wins tonight, I think. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think you're right. We're taking Boston. Again, I love the fact that Miles Bridges and my man John Moran out there wilding on the Instagram, the Twitter, and all those wonderful places. Speaking of Twitter, follow Anthony Sane at Sane Asylum on Twitter. And don't forget to get his T-shirts, AsylumTees901.com. We're back at 2 Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
It's been said that the world always looks brighter from behind a smile. So why not let my friend, Dr. Mehdi Sadeghi, and his friendly staff at the Smile Center Memphis help brighten up your world. The Smile Center is a local family dentistry located in Germantown, specializing in cosmetic crown veneers, teeth whitening, and Invisalign clear braces, all with free consultation and second opinions. New patients are welcome, and if you don't have dental insurance, don't frown. They have an in-office plan to fit your specific needs. Same-day emergency service available as well. Give Mehdi a call, 309-1333, or visit their website at smilecentermemphis.com.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Now that the warmer weather has arrived, let Choate's perform their $99 20-point AC tune-up to get your AC ready for the hot summer months ahead. Also, Choate's is offering our half-off 1 pound of Freon coupon on our website for you to use. Does your HVAC system need to be replaced? If so, right now is an excellent time to take advantage of Carrier's 60 months, no-interest financing on select systems. Want to improve your indoor air quality? Choate's is also offering our new APCO air purifier for $100 off when you get your air ducts cleaned. UV technology sterilizes biological contaminants and neutralizes odors and toxic VOCs. Match that technology with getting your air ducts cleaned, and you'll have the indoor air quality your family needs. Better call 347-8086 today. These specials won't last long. Turn to the experts with Choate's and let our family serve your family.
The NBA playoffs is the world's greatest celebration of basketball. Hennessy champions the moves players are making on and off the court because true greatness is making a long-term impact on your community. Make moves that start movements. Hennessy, the spirit of the NBA. Please enjoy Hennessy responsibly.
That is one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Son, you are mistaken. You are obsolete. Look at all the white men on the street. Get along, Kid Charlemagne. Get along, Kid Charlemagne.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. If you didn't know, man, that's Steely Dan, and that's cause Live at the Garden 2022 is underway. And this June 11th, this Saturday, Steely Dan's going to be there, and we are going to give away one last pair of tickets. That'll be 5 pair of tickets I've given away on the show this week. Yesterday, we did a great job. We learned what a Steely Dan was. Today, we also learned this. You need to give credit to William S. Burroughs and his novel Naked Lunch, in which the fictional sex toy, the Steely Dan, was mentioned in the novel. That is just...
Carlos is there for us, man.
Man, that is some genius stuff right there, man. Mr. Los is all up in here. We also got a lot of top 5 blow pictures, or cocaine pictures. I said blow because of Johnny Depp.
That was great. No, that was a great way to say rather than top 5 cocaine movie.
Top 5 blow movies.
Blow pictures.
Blow pics.
Blow pics.
Or again, a top 5 yayo, because that's the more common term. I don't think they called it yay back in 1990. Well, they might have.
Maybe. Who knows, John?
I was too young to know any better. By the way, we have a big game tonight. I don't know if you know about this. We have a really big game, man. Boston, Golden State. It's happening tonight. Guess what?
What, John?
I think we're going to rock and fire with Boston. They haven't lost back-to-back games. They're a 3.5-point favorite. The Warriors and the Celtics, very evenly matched. I just want a good basketball game. And then at the very end, just to go ahead and win by 5. But we also have day baseball going on. Did you know that?
I did, John. I already talked about it on the radio with you today.
Yeah, and you got some bets out there, which I'm kind of agitated.
We already have Jonathan Shoup to get a hit. He already got one. Now we're waiting on Brian Reynolds. He's struck out twice, this guy. But, I think when we get to the bullpen here, the Pirates are going to start to get the bats come alive.
Tigers, Pirates, 1-1, top of the 5th. At 1:10, you have the Blue Jays, the Royals. We got a lot of day baseball, and guess what? I told you we have NBA basketball tonight. So you know where you need to go. If you want to get away to the best sports bar in Memphis, Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester Road. They got the coldest beer in town. They have 15 TVs. They have 6 pool tables, 2 dartboards, and, of course, golden tea. Cold beer, TVs with all the baseball games, the NBA Finals on tonight. Again, bring your, your pool cue, rack them and crack it on the pool tables. Have a lot of fun. That's Getaway Sports Bar, again, 4632 Winchester Road. Check them out. Now, I'm going to have to tell you right now, I feel kind of bad about this, but, it's my show, so I guess I get to do it.
Your name's on it.
How I want to. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Sure. So,
for legal reasons, maybe not, though, but for now, yes.
My man Carlos Yates came in with that unbelievable
fact about
Steely Dan.
You think that earned him the trophy?
He also...
We did say people need to earn it.
And we did say you need to earn it, but he also did give us his top 5 cocaine movies. And I have to say, his list is right up there with my man, was it Chad?
You said Chad's was good.
Chad is great, but the extra little nugget that Carlos Yates gave is going to put him over the top. The winner to Live at the Garden for this Saturday, June 11th, will be Mr. Carlos Yates. I'll send off the information that you've given me, and they're going to send you some tickets. It's really as easy as that. Last couple things that we need to get to before I have to get out of here is, I'm not really sure. Just joking. I really do, honestly, though, have to say I hope and pray that with all the chatter that's gone on lately in this series, the back and forth, Ime Udoka, the whole...
That's the second time you said it wrong today.
Man, then you say it right for me for once.
Ime Udoka. There's a Udoka.
Sudoku. Sudoku? See, I can't even say
yeah,
that
you
right.
put too many U's in all these words.
I'm telling you, it's because I'm stopped up, my man.
I get it.
I'm just telling you it's the truth.
I get it.
But again, I do think Boston's going to win this. I do want a close basketball game. And I have to say, have you noticed that the total has been dropping a little bit?
No, so you think the public's on the under?
I kind of do, and I'm kind of wondering why. I mean, the last game was so bad. We've seen a fourth quarter where Golden State could not score. We saw a third quarter where Boston could not score. Are these two teams eventually going to go out there? I still don't see Golden State as – I mean, the way they played defense in game number 2 was impressive. The way Boston played defense in the fourth quarter of game number 1 was impressive. But again, these are still two teams that can put the ball in the hole with a quickness. If that thing keeps coming down, especially if it gets down to like 212, 211, I feel like the over's the best play.
I'm down with the over.
You're down with the over?
I'm down with the over.
All right, man. We're going to go Celtics minus the 3.5. And we're going to go over the 211, 212, 213, 214.
Whatever you can get,
Whatever
take it.
you get. Grab that junk and enjoy. My time has come and gone. Coming up next, we have Grind Time with Pete and Anthony. For Connor, for Jay, I'm John. Get out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and